Hey guys, welcome to the first video of my Harley-Davidson Sportster service series. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be changing the oil in this one, so let's just jump straight into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure your bike's nice and warm. So what I did while I was setting it up on my workbench, I rode it out and just let it sit idle for a couple of minutes, just to let it get up to temp. That way the oil will be able to drain a lot easier. So first and foremost, the most important thing you're going to need for any sort of service on your bike is the owner's manual. If you don't have one, they can always be found online. You might be able to find a PDF. Alongside from that, you're also going to need some oil, an oil filter, an oil pan, some rags, and just some basic hand tools to get the job done. First things first, we want to locate the drain plug. On this model, it's a hose with a little nub with a hose clamp on it. Now what you want to do is put your drain pan under to catch all the oil and undo that hose clamp. There you go. Now while that's draining, come over the other side and take off your cap just so it drains a bit faster. Now while that drains, let's talk about the oil. For this one, I've gone the genuine Harley-Davidson motor oil. I've gone the chrome oil filter. Now this is where your owner's manual comes in handy. What I've done is I've flagged the pages which I need to be at, and this will show you everything that your bike needs. So I've highlighted here the oil that it needs. It shows you the lowest ambient temperature. Because I'm in Australia, it's always going to be above 4 degrees Celsius or 40 Fahrenheit. Now that the oil's pretty much finished draining, we can now move the oil pan up to the front underneath the oil filter, because when we take that off, that will drop a little bit of oil as well. These oil filters can be quite fiddly and tight at times, so you're going to need yourself an oil filter wrench. And it's as simple as slipping the wrench over your filter, like that, and you don't have much room in here. So you might just have to do a couple of quarter turns, and there we go. Now just be prepared because oil will come out of here, so if you do that as quickly as possible. Now before you go any further, you want to just stick your little nub back in. Do up that hose clamp again. If you're liking this video so far, make sure you hit that subscribe so you don't miss when I post a new video. Now with your new oil filter, what you want to do is just pour a little bit of oil in there. Oop. And you just want to spread some oil along that gasket there. Now popping this one back in, same thing. Do that up, and as soon as it grabs, you want to go quarter to half a turn. So quarter and bit more, so it's nice and snug, but you don't want to do it up as tight as it can go. As I said before, for this service I'm using the Harley-Davidson Brandon oil, which is a 20W50. So you want to start by adding about 2 quarts, which is 1.8 litres, and then you want to slowly add more while checking the dipstick. So on the dipstick here, it does have a minimum and maximum line, so you want to keep it in between them. And you want to check the oil while it's hot. So we'll start the bike up, let it run for a bit, and let the oil circulate through. Now pop your cap back on. So that's the oil change done. Once you've run the bike for a little bit, just have a look underneath to make sure no oil is leaking from anywhere, and then you're good to go. The next one in this series, we're going to be changing the transmission oil. So I'll post a link up here somewhere, and we'll get into the next one. Let's go.